it again, and I want you to notice the language around this angel descending from heaven, coming down to remove the stone. I want you to notice this. A severe earthquake occurred, okay? As the angel's coming, the earth is shaking. And the angel of the Lord descended from heaven, rolled away the stone. Now listen to what it says. He sat on it. It didn't say he kind of rolled away the stone and left. He rolled away the stone and he sat on it. It says his appearance was like lightning. His garments were as white as snow. Now we know that angels normally are inconspicuous. Come on, you know this. They don't normally show up and do that stuff. They're behind the scenes, much more subtle, much more inconspicuous. Why not this time? Why this angelic bravado? Why this incredible roar? Well, two reasons. I love them both. The first reason is, did you know the angels had a front row seat to everything that was going on? They had watched, front row seat, everything going on. Now think about what they had to watch, what they must have endured to see their hero. They knew who Jesus was, to see him abused to death, to see him killed, mocked, tortured, to see the way he was treated. Our sin didn't just put a good man on the cross, we put goodness on the cross. We didn't just crucify a loving man, we crucified love. Now get this. You see, the angels are watching this. The Roman soldiers just flexing their muscles, sin and death flexing their muscles through the Roman soldiers. And the angels knew that Jesus could have destroyed them with the snap of his finger. He could have called a legion of angels down to completely wipe them out. And they had to watch this. You know, how many remember when Muhammad Ali fought George Foreman? A long time ago, it's called rope-a-dope. He had lost the championship. He was over the hill. He should have retired. And George Foreman came and he became the world champion. I think he knocked out the world champion that dethroned Muhammad Ali. And he was just a brute, a beast. And so Muhammad Ali got a shot. And for the first 7 rounds, he's on the ropes being pounded by George Foreman. He's getting slaughtered. And for those of us that may have been Ali fans, we're going, man, what are you doing, man? Hit him, do some jabs, do some fancy footwork. And he's getting pounded. And you're just feeling awful. Then all of a sudden, George Foreman is tuckered out. That's why it's called rope-a-dope. He allowed George Foreman to punch himself out, and then he knocked out George Foreman. And see, these angels didn't actually know. This was hidden. This was a mystery that was hidden from the eyes of the powers and principalities about Jesus coming and bearing our sin and dying for us. And so they watched this. They watched this horrific abuse, the natural powers imposing themselves upon Jesus. Now it's God's turn. Now it's God's turn, and he needs an angel to go move the stone. Can you imagine how many angels were lined up going, please, man, let me go. Let me be the one to go down there, to move the stone where those Romans are. So one angel got the job. And it was like, man, he came with a roar. This wasn't a time for meek and mild, quiet and subtle. This was, woo, He shows up in all his glory and he sits on the stone. And it says the Roman guards, they shook for fear of him and became like dead men. You know what that literally means? They wet themselves. They wet doo-doo in their dungarees. They pooped in their pants. Yeah, absolutely. And don't you know that angel? It's kind of like he's sitting there saying to him, hey guys, I hear you're the world UFC champions. Let's see what you got. Yeah, bring it on. Yeah. They didn't bring anything on. They were on the ground. They were paralyzed by fear with the force of the unseen spirit realm that we get to be a part of. And so I just love that. I really do. I absolutely have no doubt that that's exactly what was going on with that angel. It's like it's our turn. Okay. We're going to flex just a little bit and see how you like it.